Here we go, I'm ready now. Bonjour tout le monde. Est-ce que vous m'entendez? Est-ce que vous me voyez? Bonjour à tous, bonjour à Krish, bonjour à Anne, bonjour à Rosaline et Nix, Dax, bonjour, j'espère que tu as passé un bon Noël. Le Noël était parfait, merci. Bonjour Nidhi et Ishan et Jasprit. Bonjour à tout le monde. I can see that we have some questions. Bonjour Anali and John and Sam. Sam has a question as well, which I will attempt to answer after my lesson, so bear with me. Bonjour à tous. Petit loup. Now, Wolf, I need to thank you directly. I have received my present and I wanted to send you a little video. I haven't done that yet, but thank you so much for my present. We have all received it here at the studio. Lots of love to you, Wolf. Lots of love. Sergey, bonjour à tous. Okay, so in today's video, this is an open live, which means that it's open to all. As you know, I do two types of lives, an open lives where everybody can ask questions and have a look at my lesson. And the exclusive live, which will take place right after this one, is only for my members and the people that have paid for access to my subscriptions on the website learnfrenchwithalexa.com. Now, today we are going to learn about the future tense. And the reason being is that I thought that because we're at the beginning of 2023, we would actually cover some New Year's resolution. How do you do that without using the future? You have to use the future. Like in 2023, I will do this, for example. So think about what your New Year's resolution might be, because in a minute, I will ask you to tell me in one sentence what your New Year's resolution would be. Vihan, bonjour and welcome to the French Club. Now, Vihan is a new member, which means that in a minute at 12:30, Vihan will get to see an exclusive live, okay? We've got hundreds on the website and they are pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to show you what we are going to do. Please do not answer any of the questions yet. You will get to answer them, but I want everybody to have a go. This is of a high level, B1 level, roughly A2, B1 level, and you need to know how to form a future tense in order to do this exercise. We have 10 sentences. Hopefully we can manage them all, or if we don't, we will cover a few, okay? What I would like you to know now is how to form the future tense before we do this exercise, okay? The exercise is quite simple. You've got a sentence, you've got a verb in orange here that you see. This verb is in its infinitive tense, which means it has not yet been conjugated. And I would like to conjugate it properly according to the subject we are using. We know the tense, this is the subject here, the beginning of the sentence. We know the tense is the futur, okay? Le futur simple. Bonjour Albert, I'm grateful Alexa, I'm from Uganda. Hi to all of you in Uganda out there in Somalia. And we have quite a few of you watching us from Africa, and love to you all out there. It's hi. Swati, hello. Okay, so the future. How to form the future before we go on to anything else. The future is formed, I would say, quite simply. Now, in English, as you know, and maybe English is not your first language, in English you have a model called will. Okay, so which makes things much easier for any non-English speaker to learn, because what you do, you put a subject, I, you put the modal will, and then you put a verb, for example, play. Okay, and suddenly, quite simply, I will play is the future. So I'm going to play later. Okay, this indicates the future in English. However, how do you do it in French. And this is what I'm going to teach you today. How do you create the future tense in French? And then you can tell me your New Year's resolution. So the way you do that is, I was going to say quite simple, but not as simple as you think, is knowing your subject pronouns, okay? Always in that order. Je, tu, il, elle, on, nous, vous, il, elle. And we split them into two groups, okay? A singular group, okay? And the plural group, okay? Always in that order. When you learn conjugation in French, you must always use that order. And then what you learn is different endings according to different tenses that you want to use. Today, we are doing the Futur Simple. For the Futur Simple, the endings are as follow. For je, it is est. Okay, so what comes here is the stem of the verb we are using. And I'm going to show you one example in a minute. For tu, it is a. AS. For il, elle, on, the good thing is that it's always the same, it's a. Okay, these are the endings. Okay, the endings. For nous, it's ONS. For vous, it's EZ. And for il and elle, it's ONT. Now, some of you may say, well, I don't know what that means. Je, tu, il, elle, on, nous, vous, elle. These are pronouns, subject pronouns. So I, you, he, she, one or we, again, you, because we've got two ways of saying you in French. You've got the informal way and the more formal way, but also the vous stands for more than one person, okay? And il, elle, which is the they. Two ways of saying they in French. One, when it's a group of masculine person or objects, and elle, when it's a group of feminine objects or person. Okay, so these are the endings. However, okay, look at parler here. Parler. How are you going to say I will talk? Well, you keep the verb as it is. The infinitive is parler. We keep it as it is. Parler. Okay, and then you add those special endings I've just told you. Okay, for je, it's serai. Je parlerai, which is I will talk. Now you see that in English we use will. I will talk. Easy. You will talk. He will talk. And so on. Nothing changes. In French, it's different. And you must learn these endings by heart if you want to be accurate when conjugating any tenses at all, for that matter. Okay? Can you also say je vais parler instead of je parlerai? Aidan, absolutely. You can. However, it's an easy route. I'm teaching you the proper future. Je vais parler is the futur proche, the near future, whereby you're using to go in the present tense and then adding the infinitive. Je vais parler, I am going to talk. Here we want to say I will talk. But you can, Aidan. It's a good question. You can, okay? Now, tu parleras. You see? Yes, we've added the ending to the verb. Il, elle, on parlera. Nous parlerons, so we will talk. Vous parlerez, you will talk. Ils, elles parleront. And that's how we created the future. However, and this is what we are going to see in our little exercise, when the verb is an irregular verb, we don't and we cannot keep the whole verb as it is. Parler just happened to be a first group verb, which means that any ER verb, you keep the whole verb as it is and you add those special endings. Okay. For irregular verb, you must absolutely learn them by heart. And what about learning just the main irregular verbs? Avoir is an irregular verb. The stem is or. Can you see that here? A-U-R. And then you do the same. You add the special endings. For être, to be, it's ser, S-E-R. For faire, it's faire, feu, fer, F-E-R. Okay, for aller, it's ir, I-R. Can you see why they are highly irregular? So they belong to the third group verb, which means that most likely you will have to learn the stem for the conditional, for all of them, for the past participle, for the future tense, okay? For pouvoir, which is to be able to, it's pour. For vouloir is voudre, like je voudrais, okay? For devoir is devre, okay? And for courir is cours, double R, okay? This is just an example of third-degree verbs. And of course, you're going to have lots more, that you will need to learn. Vihan, isn't je vais parler proche de? Yes, it is. Oh, I see. Okay, so we call it the near future because we theoretically, I can't say it, theoretically, Liam? Theoretically, the futur simple is slightly after. And we have an amazing video on YouTube called the Timeline Tenses, which is absolutely amazing. Okay, I cover that in great length in my course as well, by the way. Before I do the exercise, in my course today, for the next week, and only for you, my watcher, you have a 20% off until the 17th of January. And you will find all of these informations in great details, okay? So, let's have a look at my verbs. My sentence. Can I just say, I have done a TikTok video that has gone viral. Well, viral, she says. When you're going to look at your endings, these are the future endings. Remember, focus what we are doing, yeah? Well, you're going to realize something here, that if you know how to conjugate the verb avoir in the present tense, you will know the endings of the future tense. For example, I have, j'ai. Look what's happening here. You have, tu as. He has, she has, we have. Il a, elle a, on a. Then, for nous, it's nous avons. Nous avons. Have a look at that. We have. Okay? And then, vous avez. Vous avez. You have. And then just quite simply, ils and elles ont. So if you know how to conjugate to have in the future tense, you will have the endings. And that's a special tip here. Remember that really well, the endings of your future simple. Crazy, isn't it? Yeah. Sarah Mann, your website's verb tense conjugation exercises are really great, especially for the compound and subjunctive tenses, questions 7 and 10. Oh my gosh, Sarah Mann, thank you. Yes, on the website, of course. Okay, here we go. Let's do les bonnes résolutions de l'année 2023. Numéro 1. Number 1. Who can do this one? Julie et Charlie, and then we want to use passer as in to spend time, okay? So this is Julie and Charlie's New Year's resolution. They will spend plus de temps, more time en famille, more family time or with the family. What is the answer to this in the future tense? Remember, we are doing passer in the future. So here we go, Jasprit passeront, Armin passeront, Casey passeront, Slick, Anne passeront, Nico passeront, Julie et Charlie passeront plus de temps en famille, passeront. Absolutely right, John passeront. Okay, now the thing is here, some of you may say, well, okay, I don't know where you got that from. Well, let's rewind for a minute and let's have a look at this, okay? Ignore for a minute parler and instead put passer. Now, we know for a fact that passer ends with ER, so it's a first group verb. What we don't know is which subject it is. Is it je, tu, il, elle, on, nous, vous, il, elle. Well, we talk about Julie et Charlie. Okay. Replace Julie et Charlie by a pronoun. Which one would it be? Would it be I? No, because it's Julie and Charlie. Okay. It's not we? No, because it's Julie and Charlie. It's not he? Because they're two people. So it's either il or elle. Okay. So regardless whether it's il or elle, the ending will be ONT. Passeront. Okay? So here we've got, and by the way, Julie et Charlie will be il. The masculine version, because technically and grammatically speaking, up to now, the masculine pronoun is stronger than the feminine one. But we all don't agree. Grammatically speaking, that's the way we should process that. Okay. Pronouns passeront or passeront is either acceptable. John, both actually. It's passeront or passeront. Nous passerons vous voir. It depends how quickly you talk. Okay, but it's a very good question. As long as you spell it properly. We do say, for example, I go back there, Julie et Charlie passeront plus de temps en famille. And suddenly I said passeront. Because I'm a teacher, I say passeront. But of course, a French person would say passeront. Okay, well done to you guys. Let's have a look at number 2. Max, the verb is courir. Okay, tous les matins. So that's a New Year's resolution. Max, courir is to run, like a course, okay? Tous les matins, every morning. Max will run every morning en 2023. So we've got Max courra tous les matins. Courra tous les matins. Courra. Alors, Vihan courera, it's an easy mistake to make, but it's not. And this is the difficulty with third group verbs, is you've got to learn the stem. The stem is cour, C-O-U-R-R. And then you add the right ending. And yes, John, and yes, Anne and George and John Walton, it is definitely double R, because that's the stem, and A. So you may wonder, but what A? Because it's Max. Because Max is il. And we know that the ending for the future is A for il. Okay, so here we go. Well done, you guys. Well done. Okay, numéro 3. Toi et moi, faire plein de voyages. Okay, so New Year's resolution would be that you and I will travel a lot. Plein de voyages, lots of traveling, okay? So, faire. Now, be very careful with the stem of faire. So, we've got fera. Aidan, think about toi et moi. What is the subject? Feront, Jasprit. Ferai, Nico. Think about toi et moi. Toi et moi ferons, Peter. John, feront. Maybe not with double R, John. Feront. Toi et moi ferons plein de voyages. So ferons. I can see it with double R. Elaine and Neil Hutchinson. Nous faisons is not the right spelling, but nous faisons is the present tense of faire, not the future. So if we go back, just for a second, to our stem here, can you see the stem of the third group? Let's have a look at faire for a minute. Look at the stem of faire. Faire. Okay? So we've got the stem, but we need to establish what is the ending for nous. And why? You may think, well, why nous? Because it's you and I. It's we. Okay? So nous, and the ending is ONS. So we've got the stem, we've got the ending. Feront. Can you see what's happening here? But well done, you guys. It's really, really hard. Can it be fera tu? Toi et moi fera, as in on fera. Ah ben non. Toi et moi fera. That is such a good question, though. It doesn't sound right at all. Toi et moi fera plein de voyages. No, it doesn't work. So, toi et moi ferons plein de voyages. It doesn't work probably because we've included me. It is not just on. So on cannot be replaced, I think. Or these guys can't be replaced by on ever. This is what I've just established. See, I've just learned something. That is a very, very good question. Okay. Mokili, hi Alexa, do you have an email address that I can contact? Please, I need a private lesson. I relocated to France and I must improve my French. Mokili, I personally don't give private lessons. We've got teachers, but why don't you email us at support@learnfrenchwithalexa.com. Okay, and we can answer your questions. James, super, thank you. Okay, cool. Fera, as in il, elle, on fera. Jasprit, on means one. It does mean we, but it doesn't work in this case. We cannot replace toi et moi by on. And this is such a good question. I did not think of that. When will the class starts by tomorrow, s'il vous plaît? Felix, there is another class after this one, which is an exclusive class where people have paid to access that class. It starts at 12:30, and you can watch all the exclusive lives retrospectively afterwards if you want. Okay? So, numéro 4. Numéro 4. Mes parents, and then arrêter de fumer. Okay. What do you think it's going to be? Bonjour, Lofi. Mes parents arrêteront de fumer, je pense. Aiden, well done. Mes parents arrêteront de fumer. Okay. So, watch out. Casey and Aiden. We've got two here, spelling. One with an S and one with a T at the end. Which one is the right one? It's the same, we say arrêteront, no matter what. So, you've got it right. But when you write it, is it a T or is it a... Yes, Elaine and Neil, it is T because Ellen and Neil have put the subject il. Always do that. Replace it by the subject. So, mes parents, ils. The ending is ONT. So, you take the full verb as it is because it's arrêter, it's an ER verb, and you add ONT to it. Okay, mes parents arrêteront ONT de fumer. My parents will stop smoking as a New Year's resolution. Okay, so we've got that. Thank you, Felix. Okay, so here we go. You're doing really well. Any questions, you ask me. Yeah, any questions. Jax, trouver l'amour. So that's another resolution or maybe wishful thinking. Trouver means to find. This year I will find love. Okay, so Jack trouvera l'amour. Okay, trouvera. Trouverai, Jasprit. Why trouverai? Think about who Jax is. What is the pronoun that we want? Okay. Okay, Emily Wood. Hi, Alexa. Sorry to interrupt. I wanted to say thank you for helping me with my French. You've helped me improve. I achieved a grade 9 in GCSE French this summer. I'm at A-level French student now. Emily, that's amazing. I'm so proud of you. 9 is hard to achieve for GCSE for any subject, so well done. You sound super clever, you, Emily. I'm very proud of you. Okay, so it is definitely Jax is il or elle, I'm not sure. Jax, is it, maybe it's, I don't know, yell, I don't know. So, trouvera. You keep the verb as it is because it's ia, and you add the right ending. So, why isn't it trouverait? Okay, because it's il or elle, and the ending is a. Yeah, so it is not est as in je, is it? So, it's not je trouverai. Okay. So, sorry, Alex, I missed the English translation for number 3. Number 3 is you and I will travel. So, faire des voyages is to travel. So, you and I will do a lot of traveling. Okay, that's the translation. How can we type the alphabet with the symbol if we do not install the French keyboard? Maria, can't answer this question. All I know is that on my iPad, I press long enough on the letter and then all the options appear, but I'm not sure how it works on normal computers. Okay. Vous. What about vous? Vous en Écosse. Anybody? Vous allez. Oh, watch out. This one, I will have a lot to say about that. Vous allez. So we want to say you will go to Scotland. You will go to Scotland. Alors, vous irez. Irez. Vous irez. Vous irez. Très bien. Vous irez. Vous irez. So it seems like we agree on that. Alors, John, be very careful. And I know what you've done, John, and it makes so much sense after what I have just told you. And this is where I regret. And this is where, as a teacher, I must correct myself. All verbs, listen very carefully, ending with ER belong to the first group verbs. Okay. However, one exception. Aller is a third group verb. Okay. It is the only ER verb that is irregular, which means that alors is logic. You have followed exactly, John, you have followed exactly what I said to you. You have, which is amazing. Okay. But that's an exception to the rule. So the stem of aller is ir, and then you put the ending for the future tense. In this case, as you said, vous irez. EZ. Why is it EZ? Because we are using vous. Okay. So I'm so sorry about that. John, don't apologize. No. Don't. It's me not being very clear. Though I did put, let's have a look at this again. The irregular verb, and I did put aller. I should have mentioned it. It's my fault. As a teacher, I must learn. I should have pointed out that though aller has ER, it's actually a highly irregular verb. Sabina Rina will come to my video guides, which means, Sabina, you'll get to see my exclusive live in a minute at 12:30. And you have access to all the back catalogue as well. So here we go. What about number 7? Je. And the verb is finir. Now, finir is like a regular verb. It's an IR verb, okay? So it's going to be conjugated like ER verbs. That's a clue here. Vous, je, tous mes devoirs. So I will finish all my homework. Finirai, tous mes devoirs. Je finirai. Bravo, Irina. Bravo, Peter. Je finirai. Bravo Elaine et Neil, bravo John, je finirai. Armin, je finirai. Meg, Meg, it's going too fast. C'est bravo. You've got it. Je finirai. I need some water. Bear with. Sorry about that. Okay. We know it's je. We know that finir is conjugated like ER verbs. So here we go. Finir. Okay. Finir belongs to the second group verbs. Okay. Unfortunately for us, you have IR verbs that belong to the third group verbs as well. I know. It's like I'm telling you something, but there is always an exception. Okay. So, finir. Finirai. Now, passant, fini, is the present tense. I'm asking you to conjugate it in the future tense today because we are doing New Year's resolution. Okay? So here we go. Je finirai tous mes devoirs. I will finish all my homework as my New Year's resolution. So let's go now to number 8. Partir, it means to leave. Tu, and then partir, du travail plus tôt. Which means you will leave work earlier, plus tôt. Earlier, more early. Basically, that's what it means. Okay, so how are we going to create partir? Though it is a third group verb, you keep the verb as it is for partir. It is partira. Well done. Tu partiras. Tu partiras. You will leave earlier, okay, from work. Du travail. Bravo, Casey. Bravo, Maishi. Bravo tout le monde, bravo Temba, bravo John, bravo Lofi, okay? Lofi marshmallow. Now, fun fact, marshmallow in French is chamallow. Just saying. Okay, so tu partiras du travail Oasis, perfect. You're good, you're really good, I tell you, and you're learning so fast as well. Numéro 9, les enfants, moins de bonbons. Now here we want manger as in to eat, manger. The children will eat less sweets. Moins de bonbons. Less sweets. So think about who are the children? Are they I, you, me, and he, she? Where do they belong and what is the ending for the future tense? So here we go. Les enfants mangeront. George, Emily, bravo. Moins de bonbons. Mysterious Meteor, mangeront. John Walton, mangeront. Nidhi Shetty, mangeront. Armin, what? No, I'm okay. No, that's okay. My studio is collapsing. I mean, the joy of the live lesson. Careful. Yeah, no, I've just been careful. I'm being attacked by my old soundproofing. So funny. And I saw Adam putting it back up, but it's not put back properly. Anyway, so see, you never know what's going to happen during a live. Okay, très drôle. Yeah. Les enfants mangeront. Okay, here we go. You keep the verb as it is because it's an ER verb and ONT because it's they. Les enfants is il ou elle. They, okay? Les enfants mangeront. They will eat less sweets. Okay. And to finish, no, Aidan, I'm okay. The attack of the soundproof platform. Hey, yes, live at Learn French with Alexa. Okay. And to finish, nous. And then commencer is to start, to commence, okay? Nous will start yoga. So, for example, me, I've decided, je commencerai la méditation en 2023. Okay? So here we go. Nous commencerons. Bravo. Nous commencerons, Babazi, Calvin Bob, très bien. David, femme, commenceront. Nico, commenceront. George, commenceront. Superbe, ok. Harleen, très bien. Lilin, commenceront. It's long, absolutely. Diana, bon, commenceront. Love and God, bonjour to a member. By the way, wherever you see a green, these are my members, okay? Which means that they get access to my live. And guess who get access to my exclusive live? All the members at learnfrenchwithalexa.com. And this is where I put the commercial. Valid until 17th of January, 20% off if you are watching this video. Because at the moment there is no other code available but this one. There, I've done it. My team will be happy. She's done it. She hasn't forgotten. Okay, so let's put us back into the nous. And indeed, it's commenceront. Commenceront with an S-O-N-S. By the way, it's the same commenceront with il, elle, except there is a T. Okay. You have done, Nick. À plus. Ouais, merci. Okay, cool you. Au revoir. The real Dan Alexandre, bon matin. Have a peaceful day. Thank you. I shall try. Okay. Nous commencerons. Now, I'm going to show you all the answers to what we've done so you have a better, it's less messy. Here we go. If you need translation for these, there is no support guide for this one, is there, Liam?
There will be afterwards.
There will be afterwards. Oh, there will be a support, even for the open live.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, we are
but only
good.
For the members.
Only for the members, I see. So I'm discovering my own thing, Oh, this is what happens. I'm starting to understand better. This way you're doing is really helping. I was going to say that on the ending. Lisa, thank you so much. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. I'm also a member, but my name isn't green. Am I missing something? Anishka, you're a member, as in a member of my channel, Learn French with Alexa, or my website. Two different things. So it could well be you have access to everything. You know, I think you're not a member of the YouTube channel because people have only access to a minute amount of things comparing to the huge amount of things you have access at learnfrenchwithalexa.com. I am understand French better with your session. So much progress. I've seen myself. Thanks. I just subscribed. Wow, thank you so much. I have joined the course day before yesterday. Okay, superb. Website member. Then, Anishka, you have access to everything. So if you want the link for the next one that I'm doing in 30 minutes, then go to your membership on my website and you will find the link, the exclusive link there. I just started to learn French. I got intermediate English skills. I can get it what you say in your videos. I'm learning essentials right now, but I can't speak with people because I got no French speakers in my around. What should I do? Actually, I want to add my life to this language. I love it. Well, okay, if you want to practice French, I know the best way of learning while you are learning, you know, online or through books is definitely join a class. And even if that means join a, you know, a private teacher online, this is the only way you are going to eventually progress with your speaking as well. Anyway, I'm renewing my yearly website membership over the link. Can't wait for the live later. Maishi, I can't wait to see you there. Now, this is it for me. If you have a New Year's resolution, why don't you put it on there? I don't have time to the questions. As you know, I'm live in 24 minutes. So I need to have a coffee. Yeah, I need to have a coffee and regroup. I have a private teacher too. I really recommend it. Aidan, it's important. I definitely. Having lessons with me, for example, on YouTube or for free or not for free on my website, and then complementing them with a real life teacher is the way you're going to progress. You need both. You know, it helps, but it definitely is the way you're going to. Alors, Nigel, en 2023, je courrai un marathon. Oui, moi aussi. Well, I'll follow you by car. By car. Oh, not even by bicycle. Nigel, I'm going to follow you behind by car, if it's okay. To excel in French in my 2023 resolution. Lovely, you're doing well. Okay. What is your next lesson about in 20 minutes? Helen. Very inquisitive, Helen. Well, Helen Sturgeon, my next lesson is a picture description. It will be A2 level. So it's very good for beginner. Huh? B1. B1. No, but I'll make it A2. I'll make it A1 to B2 level. B1 level. Okay, sorry. Picture description is the next lesson. Ok, je franchirai le plateau intermédiaire en français. Très bien. Je devinerai. Oh, je deviendrai. Benny. To become is devenir. Okay. But in a future tense, one of these highly irregular is deviendrai. Je deviendrai un grand YouTuber. Well, I hope you will become a big YouTuber. Je retournerai à la gym. Okay, cool. I am going to have to stop here. As you know, I have to prepare for the next lesson. So that's it for me. I love you all very much. Au revoir. À bientôt. Bisous, bisous. No.